The antique watch, Amanda. So, this stormy day kicked off just like any other, the usual grind of work and responsibilities. Little did I know that a seemingly tiny find would turn my world upside down in the worst way possible. It all started when I got this itch to snoop around the attic of my new Victorian pad. The attic had this vibe, like it was hiding some secrets just waiting to spill. Dusty old boxes and relics from who knows when gave the place that whole forgotten history vibe. But something about it was just so creepy. I was poking around, and my fingers stumbled upon this cold metal trunk tucked away in a corner. I couldn't resist, so I pulled it out and used a hammer to crack it open. Man, it was a treasure trove: old letters tied up with ribbons, vintage pictures, diaries, newspaper clippings, and random knickknacks. At the bottom of the pile was this fancy little box, all silver and decked out with cool engravings. Popped it open, and there it was, a vintage pocket watch chillin' in a bed of faded velvet. This watch had that antique charm, brass casing, giving off that timeless vibe. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Engraved on the back of the watch were the initials EW, a real head-scratcher. The hands of the watch were ticking away, barely audible, like they were whispering secrets from way back when. Caught up in the craftsmanship, I thought, why not wind it up and see if this bad boy still ticks? And I wind up the watch, and bam! It comes to life, ticking away in the attic like it's got its own eerie rhythm. I can't believe it was still working. It's like time itself was napping in that watch, waiting for someone to hit the snooze button. Little did I know, winding up that antique thing was like opening a door to some seriously creepy dimension. As the watch keeps ticking, this weird chill settles in, Shadows start dancing around, and there's this soft whisper echoing through the place. It's like this whisper is carrying the weight of a bunch of untold stories, a spooky melody from way back when that's got this otherworldly vibe. The vibe were just off. That rainy night, I lied in bed, feeling like I'm being watched. The antique watch is just chilling on my bedside table, ticking away like it's got a backstage pass to the silence of the night. I try to brush it off, thinking it's just my imagination playing tricks because of that strange old thing I found. Days roll by, but that watch is sticking around like a clingy friend. Its ticking becomes the soundtrack to my life, a constant reminder of the mystery it brought into my world. And here's where it gets weirder. Stuff starts happening, like things going missing and these strange shadows popping up in my peripheral vision. When I turn around, nothing at all. Weeks rolled on, and the whispers in the attic got much louder. I have been trying to ignore it, but I'm catching faint voices, kind of blurry but with this ghostly urgency. The antique watch is like a hotline to these whispers, like it's holding hands with a realm that's way beyond what us living folks can grab onto. So, one evening, I'm just staring at the watch, wondering how to stop this mess, and out of the blue, the hands start doing the backward tango, totally messing with the rules of time. The room gets colder, and bam! A ghostly figure appears right in front of me. It's this woman in an old-school gown, her eyes like deep black holes staring straight into my soul. She starts talking in this hushed tone, spilling a tale that goes way back: betrayal, tragedy, the whole deal. Turns out, the initials on the watch are hers, Elizabeth Williams, lost to the sands of time. She got a raw deal, backstabbed and all, and her spirit got tied up with this antique timepiece. I actually feel really bad for her despite the torments. Now, Elizabeth's drama unfolds through the attic whispers, and suddenly, I'm in the middle of her spooky story. The watch becomes like this connection between her messed up soul and my everyday life, blending the past and present. My life all got messed up. I don't know how I managed to end up here. Haunted by this ghostly vision, I go all detective, digging into historical records to uncover the real deal behind Elizabeth Williams. The archives spilled the beans on a classic Victorian-era love and deceit story. Elizabeth was engaged to some rich man, but her heart belonged to a broke artist. Secret love affair, accusations, and boom, she meets an early end. The artist, drowning in guilt and sorrow, makes the pocket watch as a love token, unknowingly trapping Elizabeth's spirit in the thing. That's a lot of drama to digest. As I uncovered these secrets, the paranormal activities in my house got worse. Objects are moving by themselves, and the attic whispers turn into straight-up cries of despair. And then it hits me, the only way to free Elizabeth's spirit is to dive deep into the past and settle the score on all the messed up stuff that tied her to that antique watch. Elizabeth's ghostly appearances have become a regular thing. I see her almost every day and her eyes are so sad, so tragic, begging for some kind of release. I'm carrying the weight of her pain, this heavy burden that's not just bound by time but goes beyond it. So, in my quest for answers, I stumble upon this old letter tucked away in the attic trunk. It's like a total confession from the rich guy who was into Elizabeth. He spills his guts, saying how sorry he is for all the drama that went down. Turns out, he was the puppet master behind exposing Elizabeth's affair and messing up her reputation. All because of some jealousy and a crazy need for approval from society. With this juicy info in hand, I confront the descendants of the folks who messed with Elizabeth's life. The living now have to deal with the sins of their ancestors, and it's like the past is doing this crazy echo thing through time. The revelations kick off a paranormal tornado that rattles the very bones of my house. As the supernatural storm hits its peak, I'm standing there in the attic, gripping the watch like it's the Holy Grail. The ticking goes into overdrive, and the whispers turn into straight-up cries of agony. Suddenly, boom! Elizabeth's ghostly self appears, rocking a mix of sadness and gratitude in her eyes. With a heavy heart, I pull out this ritual I cobbled together from old texts and ghost stories. I plan to cut the ties between Elizabeth's spirit and the watch, giving her the peace she's been denied for centuries. I'm chanting away in the attic, and the watch starts glowing like a mini sun. The whole ghostly tornado hits its peak, the air's buzzing with energy, and time itself seems to stop. It's like I've become this channel for all the supernatural vibes converging right there. The ritual actually works. Elizabeth's spirit, free from the watch's grip, just floats away like a gentle breeze. The attic goes dead silent, all the paranormal craziness stops, and the heaviness in the air disappears. The watch, now just a regular old timepiece, is in my hands. Standing there, I can't shake this feeling that I'm now the keeper of this ancient tale, a story that breaks the time rules and finds its closure in this wild blend of the living and the dead. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this video, consider giving us a thumbs up and hitting that subscribe button. Drop a comment below and let us know about your own experiences. We love hearing your stories.